Happy Friday! Happy Friday, y'all. What's happening? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Welcome back to another live, y'all. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Yo, hey, chat. It's on you. So what you gonna do? And that is not my original song. I borrowed it from the strong, legendary Atlanta legend of legends, Mr. Ryan Cameron. Shout out to Ryan. He'll never see this, but that's my homie right there. You know, so I've been on his show before. Yeah. Shout out to Ryan Cameron, man. He made that song up eons ago and used to sing it every Friday. I don't know if he still does that. I think he probably still does it on his show. Shout out to Hot 1075 Magic FM ATL, you know what I'm saying? If you're in Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about. You know about Ryan. If you ever been in Atlanta's airport in the last few years, you heard Ryan's voice because he's a voice in the airport over the, for making the announcements. He's a voice at Falcons games, Hawks games. He's a legend, man. He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? I might put together another video. I've done one, I think, before, but I don't think I ever did a long video of people I've met, done interviews with that I know that are famous and all that. Because let's face it, man, celebrity moves. It moves. People talk that ish, but it makes people pay attention and respect what you do. You're like, oh, you know him? Oh, you hung out with her? Oh, you know them? Oh, people talk all that stuff. Some people, I ain't saying everybody, but a lot of people talk all that stuff about. I don't give a damn about no celebrity. I don't care about nobody famous. As soon as somebody show up, oh my God, it's them! Ah! Like, really? I thought you were just saying you don't nobody in any kind of fame impress you. Like, yeah, but that's so and so. But you just said F them all. Like, stop. Stop. The truth is, don't get caught up in the wrong ones. Don't be celebrating people who've been proven to be full of shit and unethical and all this other that we see constant coming out about some folks. But I think what people got to remember about celebrities is they were people first, and they're still just people. So when all the nuttiness that they do, all it is a reflect. The only reason people even talk about celebrity, it's just a representation of quote unquote everyday people doing what they do. They just don't have the same notoriety. I ain't even mention the money because sometimes they don't have that. They just they pose an image of that, but they don't even have that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all just coming in, let me rewind so y'all understand what I was saying. Cause I just came in hot and just started breaking it down. All right, 19 coming in. Maybe I should wait a little long. Let me get it up to like 30 something. So when it break down to the five that's still paying attention, and the five that's gonna put the thumbs up, I'll be showing much respect, and y'all will get every point I was making. So go ahead and hit the thumbs up if you know you're gonna hang around for a minute. We're gonna wait on these other ones to come up in here for a second. All right. Wish I could play some music. Damn, it won't let me do that. But happy Friday again. Happy Friday again to everybody all over the world. It might not even be Friday where you're at. It might be Saturday already. That's right. It's somebody else, or about to be Saturday. It's somebody else's PM while it's our AM. Did you know that? In Kenya right now, it's the nighttime. In Malaysia right now, it is 2:11 a.m. It's the next day. How do I know? Because I've been there. It's real. It's real. It's facts. It's here on the channel. All you gotta do is look under the playlist. I tell y'all all the time. If you want to see anything I've been talking about, it's all there. It's all content. Look up the ONYXCON Travel Club. Look under that folder in the playlist. You're gonna see a lot of places, a lot of cool content, a whole bunch of good stuff to watch. Something for you to sit down and pop some popcorn to and laugh, cry, feel all the emotions of travel. Okay? It's all there for you. República Dominicana, mi gente. Okay? Mexico, la raza, my peoples. Huh? What? That's right. And of course, the very first was Malaysia, as far as passport stamps. And I'm talking about in my adult life. Those have been my three so far. And I'm very proud of my three, because I'm the third. So couldn't be better to at least be able to say I've done three. Okay? But there will be more. And we're working on it right now. We're trying to pull something off before the end of this summer, y'all. But it's really, I promise you, it's so contingent on y'all. Y'all are so important. Look at this. Now we down to 3 people and we still ain't had a thumbs up. I probably ought to cut this off and start all over again because y'all really don't understand what I'm saying when I say I need some love up in here. I'm not playing about that. I need y'all to hit that. If you want me to keep chatting with y'all, you want me to keep breaking down what I was about to say about travel, I need at least 1 thumbs up. What's going on right now? 4 people. It was like 20 of y'all in here. Ain't nobody gave you no love. Some asshole troll is talking. Let me tell you what happens every time I do a live. There's always 4 idiots trying to say something that I can't see and will never see. Thank you. 1 person with a heartbeat. Thank you. But all them other zombies that be talking ish, yo, you're dead to me. You will forever be none. You're never gonna be nothing. You understand? That it's the dumbest thing in the world to do. Don't be a troll, man. Just get a life. That's all. Just try to pretend you got a life because you know you don't got one. But like seriously, like what the fuck is wrong with you? No one can see your shit. Nobody, nowhere, never, ever, never, ever, never gonna see your shit. Right now, you know what? I'm on top of. Fuck it. You gonna have to be a show enough subscriber. I usually put it at 1 minute. You gotta be a subscriber for 1 minute to even comment. I done put that shit on 20 minutes. Goddamn it. That's how I know they ain't gonna do it. Because if I stay on here for an hour, they'll go to sleep. They sitting on the toilet going to sleep, drugged up, high, drunk, stupid. Who else does that kind of shit, man? It's the worst people in the world. That's who. So anyway, oh my gosh, have mercy. So you know what? Side note, that got me thinking about something. Did y'all see? Because I get so much information every day in the morning. It's probably I know it's not good to flood your mind with so much mess on social media early, but because I do social media, I gotta dive in and start working. And so it's worked for me. Just trying to think, okay, what am I gonna talk about today? What are gonna be my topics? Let me, and it's stuff. Even after I have a plan, there's always something comes up unexpected, and I have to say, okay, I might have to talk about that. That would be a good one because I got thoughts on that. It's always genuine. I got to have something to really say about it. But have y'all heard about this insane concert that the Tyrant is trying to hold in honor, supposedly, of the 250 years of America, and it's supposed to be, you know, under his administration and his celebration, blah blah blah, right? Have y'all heard about that? Okay. They have all these different acts. Some of them, no surprise. Kid Rock, been a ass white. Been a MAGA maggot. Whatever. No surprise. Whatever. Next. Then you got Thank You for the Love. It's nice to know somebody's real up in here. Then you got who else is on there? Let me tell you now, before I finish this list, this is where it's got a twist. It's got a twist. You gotta hang for the twist. Cause I needed the twist. Cause I was pissed off when I saw some of these people on this list. I said, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I mean, it's a flyer and everything, and it's got their faces, and it says, they're gonna perform. It was like Young MC. Young MC? Really? Like, I mean, he got a couple of one-hit wonders, but he wasn't never like my favorite MC rapper of all time and no shit like that. But I was still like, are you kidding me right now? Are you dead serious? Then it was like CNC Music Factory, the rapper dude from there. I got to come back to him because that's the funniest part. He was on there. Morris Day and the top. Now that right there made me want to. Where's Morris Day? Because I'll have to personally go pimp slap the shit out of him. I was mad like that. Then I said I calmed down. Because let me go ahead and get a twist because it's going to go too far. Y'all don't think we should all just stay mad. No. Some of the people on the list was like, the fuck I even get on this list? I didn't say I was going to perform at that bullshit. So this is what a lot of people don't know about the film biz, the music biz, and a lot of these businesses. That's sad. It's got to change because this is crucial, right? All, Morris Day made a personal statement on his social media that he is not going to perform at this 250 concert BS. He's not with the smoke. He ain't want none of that drama. He didn't never want to. He never said he wanted to do it. It was somebody in his management put him on this shit. Young MC, same story. He came out and said, I am not with this. Please don't try to cancel me overnight. Like, translation, I know I ain't all right. People got to remember who the fuck I am. Be like, you don't remember the dude who did the song? So, oh, yeah. I mean, literally, I'm not even trying to be funny. There's some people don't even know who Young is. I know who he is. And shit, it's from my times. But there's people who don't know. This young generation, they could give a hell of a damn never. They don't know who came out last year in their own time. They forget their own rappers. Shit. Something happened in middle school and high school, they forgot them. It's over with. I'm serious. It's just that bad. You know, they just that high. They just that out of their mind. They just that depressed. Most of them, they don't remember yesterday. Man, please. So Young MC was on here and he came out and said, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't put me with that mess. Don't put me with that mess." Morris Day in the time, I couldn't been prouder of him because that was the most important one for me, man. Because that was breaking my heart for real, man. That's my dude. I mean, come on, man. The whole Prince era, him, Apollonia 6. Oh my gosh, Vanity. What? I love this much. What? Man, please put on Purple Rain. Let's go. Right? I was there. I was a little heated, but then he came out correct and said, "Look, y'all. Hey, I don't even know how this happened. This ain't me. I ain't with it. I will not be performing at this." There's been and he did it. I forget his exact words, but he said something that was very. You could tell it's like in a formal way of saying somebody about to lose their job. You know, I could just hear him saying it like, "What, Jerome? Who tried to put me on this damn concert? Somebody bring me my mirror so I can shoot a bird." Oh, you know, like shit. I can just see him wilding, right? Like, hell to the no, y'all ain't gonna have me going out on that maggot BS. I ain't with it. So he's like, nope, nope, time out. Never was time. I never said I wanted to do this. So him, let me see who else. There was a couple other people on there that was like, nope, I am not doing this concert. I don't know who put me on this. So here's the other part of it. I will say this too. I wonder how many of them really were not on there, and how many of them may have still wanted to do it, but once they realize how much backlash it's getting and how serious a lot of us are, this ain't just no polls. When you hear the polls and they say, "Oh, it's the disapproval rate is up to 60 something," no, they don't even keep up with the number. Goddamn, they're not giving us the real freaking number anyway. I guarantee you, this shit's more like 80%, might be 90. You know what I mean? Let's just get all the way real in here. Let's get all the way real in here. Fools that was on their deathbed yelling all kind of obscenities about everybody and hating everything. The diehard maggots are flipping their coin now. They like, well, shit. I don't hate people enough to do this. This is insane. It's starting to kill my family. My dog and family didn't eat the other week, and I still can't get SNAP benefits, and uh, and then I met some here because it's always some moment for some idiot. I met the nicest black person I ever met in my life, and they helped me out, and I couldn't believe it. So that'd be making my stomach roll. Like, well, good for you. Cause imagine you meet me, because I would tell you, you stupid mother. Yeah, yeah, you still stupid. Glad you figured it out, but you still stupid. Dumb motherfucker. Anyway, so yo, thank you to whoever's showing up with the love. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. It's good to know your audience loves where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna change. I tell anybody, I'm not on here for numbers. Yes, I need numbers to do this thing, so that's why I mention them. But I genuinely only want quality over quantity. I am so happy right now with seeing 2 and 2. I got 2 people watching and 2 thumbs up. That's reality. That 20, 30 something people don't mean shit to me until all of them motherfuckers hit this button right here. I don't give a damn. I really don't. Cause it ain't hitting, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna keep going. It's not gonna be. I need stability. I need fans that are here for the long run. People who go, once this thing gets monetized, when I start getting them checks and I can do the content that y'all love, I don't need no fair weather. Well, I ain't really never. I would do. I forgot I subscribed to this, and then drop, and overnight you got 100 people missing, and you need them checks coming in so you can keep going on the trips, because you can keep doing the interviews, so you can keep doing the freaking content. I love it, man. I appreciate y'all for real, for real. I really do. To the realest of the real ones. Yo, I don't know who you are, but you remind me. I'm gonna say who I think it is, because I know one of my friends that would do it like this. They will sit there and just. I feel like I can see her doing this. It's fun for her. It's like tapping on a video game. She just shooting up love. My homie Kelly Cole out there in Compton. If that's you, homie, hit the comments so I know it's you. I don't know it's you. If it's not you, I want to know who it is. You got to be a subscriber. Wouldn't nobody else but a subscriber show that much love? Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. But yo, for real, and she from fan base. That's how I met her. All right. If you don't know about fan base, get on fan base. I tell people all the time, it ain't perfect. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna sit up here and sell you, snake oil, as they used to say. I ain't gonna tell you, oh, this the greatest hub. No, that shit got a lot of problems. It got a lot of problems. But I tell you one thing. I tell you one thing, it's a great alternative to the bullshit if it ever goes down. And we all know Instagram, Meta, etc. I shouldn't have to say more. Okay, I shouldn't have to tell you more. You ought to know what time it is with all that and how it can get and what they can do and what they are doing, right? So if they ever shut down your ability to move, and I keep saying, I think right now is a really good time for people to make that shift to another app because they made it clear. They said we're not even going to allow the very thing that made social media to continue on Instagram. They're going to start literally, shadow banning your page if you repost. You repost, so you see something real cool, you repost somebody's stuff. That's social media. Like what I just said, sharing in that regard is what literally made the word viral a word. Viral don't mean, man, my mom, my cousin, my daddy, my uncle, and them, and my little sister and my brother love my content, and they just keep sharing it with each other. That's not viral. Viral is complete strangers by the millions and billions across the globe sharing your shit to the point where if I do certain sound bites, everybody, if I even, let me see, what's one? If I, okay, this sound bite, who don't know it when the wife says, what, how much was it? What do you mean? How much was it? They gave it to me. They gave it to me free. No, 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 no. Nobody gives anybody something like that for free. How much was it? The guy just said, "Yo, you're really cool. Here you go," and he gave it to me. Like, how many times have we heard that soundbite? Right? What a madness. Oh man, signal got knocked off. Man, these phones. Yo, how is one still on here? You hung around for me like that? Wow. Somebody is able to not have to be looking at their phone, but just wait for the signal to come back up. Because I just knew. I was like, man. And before I left, it was like 20 something here, and then the damn thing shut off with that freaking weak ass phone doing what it do, man. I'm gonna say this, and I mean it. I swear. Whoever is the first person to build a phone that will not overheat, they're going to literally monopolize the entire market. If it can be as powerful as any Samsung, iPhone, what's the other major, Android. And if I'm missing your phone, who gives a damn? Because all of them do the same bullshit. I got an iPhone and shit overheat all the time. It is a cloudy day out. Let me show y'all what it look like out here. Hold on, let me make sure I got my directions first. Hold on. Damn cloudy day out here. Look at how cloudy it is. Look at the sky. Look at the freaking sky, y'all. How the hell is the phone overheating? Why? What? I mean, it's warm. It's 82 degrees, but I'm saying usually if there's not heat permeating from this glass, it doesn't do that. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Unless it's like a bright sunny day, it usually don't go off. But today, I'm like, man, what? Just because I'm live, I know it takes a lot of power to be live, so I always keep my phone plugged up. That's one thing. When I'm going live, I keep my phone plugged because it's a lot of power to do this. A lot of power. But and now I ain't got no. I just gotta go off of damn. I hate going off notifications. I like to be able to see my screen, y'all, but it's just not connecting correctly in this vehicle. But universe bless, I have a vehicle. How about that? You always have to say, what's the more important thing? I'm riding, and I can make a living from riding. So let's just keep living, right? That's what's really important. Universe bless. So, as I was thinking about, damn, there's a lot going. Still trying to get an order, y'all. Still trying to get an order. So it's trying to get an order at the same time. So it's a lot. I'm juggling. I'm juggling on the phone as usual. If y'all know my content, it's a juggling. It's a juggling trick, y'all. If y'all notification go off, I gotta go check and get this order. You know what I'm saying? I can't talk to y'all at all if I can't pay the bill, right? So, which is why I always tell y'all, if y'all love my content, some of y'all do. I know that. I can tell that. You know what I'm saying? The few, the proud, the real ones, not the ones who just dip in and dip out. People who just nosy and then they gone. You know, I'm talking about the real ones, yo. We can make it happen here. We can make it happen, y'all. We the few, the proud, the real people the real human family, my real friends and family all over the world. Oh, we got about 8 now. Show me you part of that real family. Hit that doggone like button and make sure you subscribe. All right, that's what I need. I need to see some more thumbs up, people showing love like that for real. Not just sitting here staring at a screen. Like, yo, you must appreciate something I said so far. Maybe you just like my shirt, my glasses, my medallion, whatever it is. Thumbs up. Let's go. Put some likes up in this damn thing. Let's go. So anyway, I was talking about that concert. This thing about to be. I knew it was gonna only. I'm surprised it didn't get viral quicker, but it's slowly but surely becoming a topic that everybody's aware of versus a few people talking about it. But when I tell you this is about to be the biggest joke, because like it's gonna go from like 10 acts to probably 2. It's gonna be like Kid Rock and freaking Nicki Minaj, and that's it. Because I know, oh god, he might be on there, but I guarantee you, he gonna be like, since you one of my minions now, the evil emperor gonna be like, I need you to come and show the Jedi that you are with me. With his drooling, trembling lips. Yeah, yeah. I guarantee you he gonna pull her out his ass. I promise you. That's what he gonna do. He gonna pull out somebody like that to try and validate this piece of shit from the get-go, right? So that's coming. That's coming. That is coming. But I'm just so proud of all the artists who said in so many words without saying that a lot of their management team will be fired. Somebody's probably catching a couple of, as they say in the streets, and the kids want to say slang that they don't really understand the depth of. Okay, but everybody try and talk like they gangsters, but there's a lot of folk catching fades. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't talking haircuts. I guarantee you some folk getting put to sleep over that bullshit. You gonna put me, I mean, imagine you're a performer, right? Your whole career is built on your fandom if you really are real. When without your fans, you ain't shit. Every real artist knows that. So they're not going to they would not put themselves out there like that. But I'm gonna see how I want to say this. I ain't gonna say who it was because I don't want to make it seem like it's a reflection of them because it wasn't them. But there was a legend. When I say legend, I mean a legend. Okay, in comedy that I knew personally enough. Not like we hung out. We physically never met but once. We did meet. And because of that meeting, I was at an art exhibition in Atlanta. I think I was part of the show. I can't remember because either I was in it or I was just there to support fellow artists, visual art show. And this legendary actor, author, what else did he do? Unfortunately, this person I'm talking about is now deceased. But that's the saddest part of the story because when they were alive and I met them, and it was one of those other, very untimely demises, like somebody who should still be here, but fucking, cancer, or it's always this stuff, man, So anyway, this brother, oh man, I almost want to drop the name, but I don't want to go there because it's not even important, and I don't want to make it like it's about that. It ain't even about him as much as what I'm talking about is an example of what happens when we get put on stuff or lose opportunities because of who they have managing them. Okay, so bottom line was, met him, cool as hell. One of the people you meet him, you feel like you've known him all your life. You know what I'm saying? It's no pretentiousness. It's just like, yo, what's up, brother? Dap, not just the handshake, like bring it in, get the hug on the end, like, yo, okay, man, it was real pleasure meeting you too, fam, blah, 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 And, well, shit, let's stay in touch, man, because I do this thing, ONYXCON, and at the time I was still doing events. I was still doing it as a Comic-Con. And I said, man, they would lose their mind if you showed up. And you're in Atlanta? He said, yeah, man, I got a house here and I got a house in, another state. And I go between the two all the time. I was in town. I came out to support so-and-so. Oh, I saw her work. Yeah, she's in the show. She's dope. Yeah, man, that's my girl. All right, cool, word. Well, shit. Yeah, man, let's do this then. Let's put it together. Yeah, man, all you got to do is, give me a call and let's talk some more, man. And yeah, we'll figure it out, man, because I like what you're doing. I think this be great for me. This more or less what he said. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm about to have at ONYXCON, right? Like when I say legend, I'm talking about one of those. I'll just say sitcoms that everybody loves. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, if in the back of your mind you feel like you don't figure out who it is, well, good for you. But I'm still not gonna say who it was, right? But when I say this is one of the greatest black sitcoms of all time, he was like one of the major players on the show. He was supporting cast, like another legend. Everybody knew this legend, right? And he was doing some things that besides the show that fit right in with ONYXCON, because we would have comic books, we would have coloring books, we would have novelists, we would have all these different types of literature and stuff, and he was doing some of that, right? So anyway, uh, I ended up. I'm real stickler about don't wait to you get a number like that, man. You don't be, that's how you gonna see if they really real. Like in person, in the moment, that first meeting is one level. And people who can be Hollywood can be so full of shit sometimes. You They act like yeah we your best friend the day you met them, then the next day they act like they can't remember the conversation. You be like, the fuck, like you see them in the grocery store, hey man, it's you again. Who are you? Like what are you talking to me for? There's some weirdos out there like that. He ain't one of them. He was not one of them, and as far as I'm concerned, is because your energy is forever. Even though, like I said, the brother's deceased. But anyway, this person, he said, call me. So I said, I'm gonna call this brother the next day because I couldn't get it out of my mind that I even met this person. I'm like, this is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge, right? So I said, let me call him while it's fresh on my mind, and just pick up the ball where it left off. And when I tell you, we talked on the phone for an hour and a half, like I swear I thought I was talking. At one point, I just forgot who I was talking to. It was just a human being. It was just, yeah, he is still forever the legend he was. But I'm like, I'm not even looking at it like I'm talking to who I'm talking to. It's just, hey man, it's a good brother I know. And it really was just that simple. The energy was just that real, right? And then so by the end of the conversation, I mean, when I say real, he's telling me personal shit because we both have been through, you know, divorce and stuff like that. His situation was way more complicated than mine. Mine was easy. Getting my divorce was easy. Getting back out here dating and all that was easy. We was talking about how that is with the ladies when you go through that, and once you back out there, and we talking about some real brother to brother type real shit, right? I'm feeling like, yo, I got a homie if nothing else. Like this my new, legendary Hollywood homie. And I got a lot of them. I know some people. But I'm adding him to the list of the real ones, right? He gave me his manager's name and number and said, okay, you got my approval, bro. Just let her know. I already said I'm there. And y'all work out the details because I had to let her I mean, that's why I hire these people. So I go over her head. She'll be mad if I just say bump it. I'm doing it and never even, put her in the equation. I said, I understand that. I understand how that go. Yeah, for sure. So again, not waste time. I went ahead and hollered at her. This person was so full of themselves. It was the epitome of what is meant when people say fucking gatekeeper. When I tell you the pretentiousness was cutting through the phone, it was like I said, "Hey, how you doing? My name's blah blah blah. I run this organization, and I spoke with so and so, and man, he's amazing. I mean, hey, that's my brother now, man. We really cool. I mean, he was just amazing. We talked for a while, and blah 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 blah. And he said he'd love to show up, and he's in Atlanta, so he wouldn't, as far as he's concerned, it wouldn't be a fee or anything. Well, yeah, about that. What? Hello? Yeah, yeah, about that. Well, see, I work for him, and if he doesn't get paid, we don't get paid. So, no, there would be a fee, and his standard fee is, mind you, this person already told me, the person, him, I do it for free, bro, because I'm here, and it wasn't even like it's not a win-win situation. No one's charging you a table fee. You're a special guest. You're a legend. You go, man, shit. We gonna promote everything. Hell, I've done these before where I used to do a thing where, like, if I had, now this is a name I will mention because it worked out and everything was great. My homegirl forever, Christine Adams from Black Lightning, played the wife, Dr. Lynn. I'm an actor. I told y'all I was on set with the lady, weeks upon weeks on the show. I met everybody. Met the main man himself, Black Lightning. That's where I met Miles Truitt. Got cool with Miles. What's up, Miles? Miles forever cool. ONYXCON fam. You know, and I'm talking about Body Bag Boy from the show. If you know, I'm talking about I forget his name of his character on BMF, but he's on BMF. The slim dude. And Miles starting to beef up now. I've been seeing Miles follow Miles, and he followed back. He been getting in the gym on it, man. He getting ready for some new roles. He getting his little, young man muscles on and everything. Look at little nephew out there trying to get his swole on, little nephew. Well, I saw Miles up in the gym, boy. He was tagging the bag and shit, doing kickboxing. I said, you better get it, man. Man, go and get it, Miles. Get them rolls, man. Get them rolls. And the ladies love him. He was in New Edition. He played one of the boys in New Edition when they were little kids in that movie. So he's a legend. And Stranger Things. By now, if you don't know who the hell I'm talking about, just look up Miles Truitt. You'll know. But anyway, that's a side note. I'm just saying how deep my family is with Black Lightning. You know, that's my peeps. No, y'all sure sit down. That is the shirt I put on today. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. I ain't taking my clothes off. Calm down, ladies. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not taking my clothes off. Look. Yeah. I just happened I needed a black tee, and that was one. I wanted a black up under this for this. But yeah, that's my joint I'm wearing today. But anyway, so to bring it back to the story, appreciate my real audience up in here. That's what the hell I'm talking about. 3 for 3. This is why I know I got real audience listening. I'm gonna finish the story. Don't worry. So I ain't even been checking orders because of y'all. So y'all need to send me a donation because I'm missing money while I'm trying to finish this story for y'all. Because I'm tired of. I know how I would feel if it was a middle of a story and the person's signal cut off. I'm doing this for y'all. Somebody hit the love button right now if you appreciate the story because I'm about to finish it. Somebody, yes, all 3 of you. Maybe y'all doing dishes, hands wet. You changing a diaper, ain't you? Damn. Yeah, you can't do that with boo boo on your hands. I understand. But if your hand is free, I need you to hit that love button right now to let me know y'all appreciate this story so far. 3 of y'all, not even one, got a free hand? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Peeps. Y'all be funny style on me all the time. I don't understand it. Anyway, so to finish the story, right? Like I was going to say about Dr. Lynn, a.k.a. Christine Adams, uh, when I had her at ONYXCON, she lived in Atlanta. She might still live here. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no spinach out her cash. She was like, I'm there. I'm not going to charge you a fee to show up. You my homie from work. I'm cool, Joseph. I'll be there. Didn't have no fee. Miles, bring your whole family. He brought his whole family, mom, stepdad, baby brother, baby sister. Everybody was up in that mode. We was deep. I think even his auntie or grandma, somebody. It was family, and it was like that. It was like a family. All my shows was like family. Any real Black Comic Con, we like family reunions. That's how we do our shows. That's the format, right? So it was just love, right? And so I'm saying, like, when I got on the phone to bring it back to the story about this person I had, like I said, I'm not gonna say his name, but his assistant was acting like I hadn't even had the conversation I had with the man she works for. I don't give a fuck. If the man himself said he'll do it, all you need to be doing is getting formalities out the way so we can come correct. Like if you want me to have security, okay, I knew that might be a bill. I got a security guy I can hire to do that, no problem. If you feel like you want a certain amount of advertising, well, this is what we know we're going to do, and this is what we can afford to do, and if that's not good enough, okay, now we still got a problem. But I'm talking about she was acting funky about the whole thing, like, I just don't like the fact that he was even talking to you. It was like that. It was real stank. The whole vibe was just stank. The phone was like, damn, that's not my phone, that's you. What's wrong with you? Like, what is your problem, woman? Ain't nobody blocking your blessings. Matter of fact, you might get more of one from him messing with us. See, you don't know who we are. You just because you ain't heard of it don't mean it ain't powerful. We was the shit then and we still the shit now. Damn it, I said ONYXCON. But some people don't understand what that really mean when I say it. She hadn't done no research. All she knew was, oh, he done met somebody else, got friendly, and trying to give away a free appearance. I'm so sick of him. Well, you need to be fired any goddamn way. No wonder why didn't nobody know the man was making books. Because your punk ass wasn't doing your motherfucking job. Because you're so goddamn negative trying to get another fucking Gucci purse or some Louis Vuitton. I could see it. I ain't even had to see it to know the type. I was like, wait, if you can't go get another goddamn purse or some fucking lashes or some fucking weave, you ain't happy, are you? Get your ass off my goddamn phone. Man, I was so fucking mad, y'all. I didn't say none of that. I didn't say that shit. But I was that mad. I just held all mine like, well, I'll be damned. So you're basically saying there would be thousands of dollars we had to pay for somebody who's local who said he'll do it for free. as far as just showing up, knowing he's gonna make money at my event, and there's no percentage out of anything he makes at my event. We're gonna promote and advertise you. He's gonna probably make more money he's ever made anytime with that book he has, because previous places he's been, he told me, yeah, people love it. They love it when I show up. They just didn't happy to see me because of the show I was on. But when I introduced the book, it's though, unless they got somebody who can appreciate the book, they'll buy it just because it's me. But they're not really into it. My crowd would have been into it and into knowing it's you. And you getting a double whammy under my roof. You gonna sell out of all your books. I'm the one that back when at Camp Creek Parkway, when we did a signing for Black Comics, COMIX, the official who's who in the world of Black Comics and everything related, which I'm in the first one and the second one, Black Comics Returns. Shout out John Jennings and Damian Duffy, my homies for life. You know what I'm saying? When we did that book, I'll never forget the year. I went up in Barnes & Noble before that closed, and I told the manager, the assistant manager, the lady who was over community relations, man, what's my girl? I can't remember her name right now. I can see her face. Anyway, she came out and she was excited about the book. And I said, yeah, y'all have it in your catalog. You just don't have it on the shelf. Can we get some copies on the shelf up in here? In this black community that would lose their mind if they knew a book like this exists? And she's like, I agree, but I just got to convince my manager. And then the manager came out. She was, the lady I was talking to, she was like, black women with kids. So she understood what I was saying. Like, hell yeah, they love that book, right? So white guy, he was a good dude. He was just one of them guys sleep at the wheel. You in a community where you just got a job. He wasn't racist. He just sleep at the fucking wheel. Like, dude, do you know where the hell you at and what your audience would love? You just going off of you getting a little sales report of every Barnes and Noble in the goddamn nation, and you ordering what they order. You off of Camp Creek goddamn Parkway in Atlanta, Blacktopolis, Georgia. Okay, Blackopolis. And you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. This is the creme de la creme of the hashtag Black Excellence. Don't play with it. You wanna win? Let me show you how to fucking win. So when he came out, I was smooth, but I was like, I shook his hand. Hey, how you doing, brother? Hey, so man, I see y'all don't have us in the catalog. We need this book on the shelves, man. Oh wow, yeah. Didn't even know about that. I know you don't. You sit in the back sleep when they went to get you, motherfuckers. I said, so dude, what can we do? Oh, no problem. I'll order the book. I said, no, better than that. I want to do a signing because I'm in the book and I'm bringing to town about 10 other people who are in the book. Maybe even, shit, how many people who was in town? Man, it was probably 15 of us who was in the book. We're coming to town, already in town. 5 in town, 10 coming. And when do you want to do that? Let's do it on a Thursday. Oh, man, Thursday's always a really bad day. I said, it won't be a bad day when we here. He looked at me like, oh, like, you that kind of confident? I said, set it up. Yeah. All right, y'all. I said, yeah, set it up. He was like, okay, Mr. Wheeler. I said, yeah, I guarantee you, we gonna sell some books that day. He said, well, I surely hope so, cause cause we have to order them, and yeah, I know. They always hire the same kind of motherfucker to work retail and be managers, typically at the top of the store. Cause see, I've been a manager in retail multiple times, but I've been once officially one, and one time may as well have been, cause everybody come and ask me, Joseph, what you think? I said, man, I'm not a manager. Yeah, but fuck what them bitches talking about. What you think? Damn. But nah, I told them, I said, man, we're gonna sell some books. Because they had to order the books. And of course, if they don't sell them all, or they just sell the shelves, then his manager is gonna be on him, his regional is gonna be on him. How did you order 10 cases of books that didn't even fucking sell? I know how the shit work, man. Whatever. I said, so I think they ordered like 4 cases of books. Now each case of books had 10 books. And the books went for $50. Did y'all hear me? The books went for $50. It's a nice. This book is really nice. It's hardcover, full color throughout, amazing illustrations, incredible essays. It is a work of art. This book is a cherry. This book is so damn bomb. To this day, this book will be on eBay sometimes for exaggerated prices, unsigned. So I always laugh when I see these people who found it and put it up for these crazy absorbent because they know it's out of print. The company that printed it was a small publisher, Mark Batty Publishing. And Mark Batty went out of business, unfortunately. They had a really great company too. A lot of their books were very interesting. They were like, if you ever seen is it Abrams? Well, yeah, Abrams was one, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of, damn, is it? Um, ah, because I love me some good art books. Tation, I think is how you pronounce it. If you know about Tation, anybody, all my book people know what time it is right now. Everybody else sleep at the wheel. They, what are you talking about? Oh gosh, Tation, I think is the name of it. But that damn company used to put out some books. But Mark Betty was like a small version of that company. They were just that good. And this book, Black Comics, was on that label, if you will, like a record label. And when I tell you, because it went out of business, there was people putting that book, marking it up like 1,000 per copy. It's like, are you crazy? What the? All right, y'all. We're going to make it happen. No matter what, we're going to make it happen. Make it happen. So back to the story. Shout out to my soldiers, my people who was up in here with me until I had to just, hey, I had to get that work, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, man. The clock don't stop. I had to get the damn work, man. I gotta keep rolling, man. Until y'all help a brother get stable. I tell y'all, every time y'all act ignorant, be looking at me damn near begging. I don't beg, fuck that. But damn near begging y'all to just hit the freaking like button or subscribe. Like, do you understand? It's literally the difference in stories interrupted if you enjoy my content. I mean, for real. Like, if I were up in here hearing myself say, look, y'all, I would rather be working to make more content for y'all to watch. I like doing what I do. I like telling my stories. I like being on here. I like seeing my numbers go up and knowing that this is going to feed me, but also feed the dream. Because if I don't eat, ONYXCON don't show. If ONYXCON don't show, there is no content to grow. If there's no content to grow, there is no more. And we ain't living none of them realities. We done this for too many years. We in it to win it. We serious about it. It's not a game. So I ask y'all, the only thing I need, like somebody just joined. All right, I know you're gonna take at least a minute. If you don't dip out quick, take a minute, absorb the story. I'm gonna finish the story I was telling. You ain't gonna understand exactly where. If you just seen it, you ain't gonna understand all of it. You're gonna have to go back and watch it when it posts. All right. But if you enjoy it, hit the damn subscribe, man. Stick around. This ain't the last time. This ain't the last time. I do this daily. You understand me? We fix these hot cakes stack daily. You know what I mean? And we put extra syrup. You know what I mean? We giving you the real. It's gourmet. All right. This ain't boxed. We doing it fresh. Fresh ingredients. Pure flour. You know what I mean? Oatmeal pancakes, right? Something good for your heart. You know? We'll use stevia if you don't want to use sugar. We got coconut sugar. I love coconut sugar. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing for you. But anyway, so I'm telling this story, right? I was telling y'all how, so we did this signing one time for Black Comics, COMIX. And that book that was made by a small publisher called Mark Batty Publishing went out of business. And that made the book even more valuable. But we were doing this signing at Camp Creek Parkway, Barnes and Noble here in Atlanta, before they closed. Because anybody from Atlanta be like, where is that at? They ain't got no Barnes. That's I said before they closed. This is years ago. And if you just said, what are you talking about? That means your ass young as hell. That means you was born last month and shit. Shut up. You too young to even remember. And you gotta be young if you don't remember that, because this is still recent times. Like recent good times, man. I got some amazing pictures from all those events we did there. We did a couple of signings. But anyway, the main signing we did, the first one, it was the weekend. It was the week of before the weekend for one of my ONYXCON events when I was doing the Comic Con. And I told the manager, I said, order this book. You got it in your catalog. You ain't put it on the shelves. He's like, oh, no problem. I said, no, you need a lot of them because I want to do a signing. Oh, yeah, okay, we can do a signing. But I can't order more than, I said, man, order as many as you can because I'm telling you, we going to sell some books. He looked at me like, really? You think you got it like that? I said, it ain't about me. It's about us. You know, I ain't say that, but I ain't had to say that. It was all in what my energy was, because his energy was on this. I don't know. I ain't on none of that damn shit, man. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna put our foot down like goddamn Godzilla. We gonna stomp this bitch. You understand me? I said, order the motherfucking books and put it on Thursday. He said, Thursday? That's like the worst day to do a Saturday. I said, it won't be when we here. He was like, who is this guy? I'm him. Before T.I. wrote the lyric. God damn it. I'm him. How about that? How about that? I swear. I said, man, and sure as shit, when I tell you people was coming in there for a $50 book, we was set up at the front. We ain't had no elaborate display. It was just us. It was a bunch of strong black men and women too. But I only say what it was because there were mostly guys that were there for that part in the book. I mean, a lot of artists are mostly guys, but there are some ladies too, and some of our women were there too. You know, and when I tell you people coming in seeing in their black community, seeing all of that representation, ain't nobody got their fucking pants off their ass. Everybody standing with some goddamn dignity. We laughing it up. Ain't nobody mean mugging you when you come in the store like you better come over here and look at my goddamn book. None of that bullshit. We some real educated, real, true, intellectual, creative, artistic motherfucking geniuses at the front of this goddamn store with a $50 book with nothing but black artists in it. Who wants to buy a motherfucking book? When I tell you people was running to the register, I mean, I'm not joking. I can't make this shit up. This is history. I'm telling you. People was literally, they wouldn't even, you know, if you've ever been in a Barnes& and Noble, it's a huge store. They wasn't making it past us. They would come in and be like, what's this? Because the book's on the table. We had them open, and some of the guys are standing up reading the book. So, you know, the pages are open. They said, all right, they'd be like, man, what's that you got? People was not making it into the store. And they were running to the register to buy $50 because they knew if I don't get, they looking at it and we tell them, hey, we only got a few left. When I tell you John Jennings, because two authors, John Jennings, Damian Duffy, shout out to both of them. John, black brother from Mississippi, Damian, white guy who just real as hell. This is why we talking about the human family, right? Those are the two authors of the book. Some people hear you say black too many times, they think, oh, you're racist. No, you're a racist because you fell into the game of the constructs. That's what race is. It's a fucking game. Get the bullshit out your head and deal with people. Shout out Damian Duffy, my dog, my homie, my brother. Anyway, we went through so many cases of books. John had to beg the store. This is all facts. I ain't lying about shit. John had to beg the store to put two boxes of books. Each box of books had 10 books. We went through like 4 boxes of books in maybe 2 hours. Maybe 2 hours. One of my homies sending me a message right now. Maybe 2 hours. I said, what the fuck? This is crazy. It blew my mind. I'm like, I knew we was gonna show out. I didn't think we was gonna show out like this. You know, John had to get the books on consignment just to have books at ONYXCON because the company was so small. Mark Batty Publishing that made the book, he had to deal with. They were such a small company, he couldn't even get books from them quick enough or enough of them to have something at his table. All he had so far is he said, "Man, I got bookmarks to promote the book and some flyers. That's all I got. So I need the actual book." So he did a consignment deal with Barnes& and Noble at that one on Camp Creek, so he got books at ONYXCON to sell. And of course, he sold out all those books too at ONYXCON. So man, when I tell you we talking about, hey, as Pootie Tang used to say, and still say as far as I'm concerned, because I love that character and love that movie. Hey, what a time. What a time. But I'm talking about we had what a time. It was off the chain up in there. I mean, I'm talking about, man, that shit was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. People were showing up like that's what they came for that day and didn't even know we were gonna be there. And they were buying it. I remember there was one brother, he had us laughing so hard. I mean, the whole crew of us just fell out laughing because we felt him on everywhere. And I did a post about something like this just today. If you haven't seen that short, check it out. Uh, but the guy came in, he took a look at the book. He said, "Oh my gosh, what is all this?" So it's called Black Comics, man. It's about the history of of the industry of blacks in the comic book industry, about the presence of us doing our own independent books and in the mainstreams. Everybody you see in here has, black and Afro Latino artists from all over the nation, all over the world, have been doing books, have been doing the art that ends up in it, whether they do cover art, interiors, whatever, writers, producers, everything. You got it all in this book, man. This is the history of it right here, the precipice. and for a change made by us for us, not somebody came out of nowhere and ain't even a part of the community trying to take advantage and just make something in the name of us, and then we don't get nothing. No, it wasn't that kind of shit, not at all, right? So that brother said, "Man, I ain't even finished getting all my money for my rent, but I'm about to buy this book." We was like, "No, brother, hey, don't get on the street because the book will be here, man." He's like, "Nah, this book ain't gonna be." And the man was smart. I had to say, he made a. I hope he still got enough money to pay his rent, but he was making a moment there, because truly and truly, it would have probably he would have had to wait for the book to come back. When it did come back, because months after that, of course, they kept ordering the book, and every time I go in the store, I say, "How y'all doing on?" They would have like 2 or 3 copies left. I said, "Damn, y'all, they still selling." They sell as soon as I put them out. The sister who ran the community development thing that I talked to first, she told me, she said, "I'm telling you, Joseph, they sell as soon as we put them out." I said, "That's beautiful." She's like, "No, for real, y'all got something serious right here." I said, "Man, that's amazing." So that's how that book was. And then, like I say, still is in the sense of it's become like a prized collector's item right now. It's something you don't, you rarely find it. And I sometimes think, I say, man, maybe I need to, like, I don't have much of it left. I only got my personal copy and one extra. And I've thought sometimes, man, to fund some things, like, seeing if somebody put it online for $1,000 unsigned. I said, well, how much could I get for it being signed? You know, like, for real, like, let this fund the next level of ONYXCON, a couple of issues of that. Like, because for real, it's like, that's the power of good art. That's the power of good art. That's the power of organized good art. Great art. Shit, fuck good. Great. We exceptional, damn it. You know? And we gotta know that. You gotta know your value. You gotta know your worth, as they say. And you can't let other people's perception of whatever it is going on paint the picture. If I had just listened to the manager being all lackluster, like, oh, we don't really do it on Thursdays. If I had just let him insist on that, it would have never happened. If I had not called for him out the back, like, hey man, you need this book in your store, it would have never. I put that book on the shelves at Camp Creek Parkway's Barnes Noble. That's real talk. And and people talk that shit. Some markets try to say, well, black people don't read. And you got your fucking mind. You got your damn mind. Not only do folks read, man, it was so bad in a negative way, I hate to say, but it makes the point. The lady who I said ran the community development thing, like, she would set up all of the in-store signings and stuff. Like, I remember one time they had a signing with Tyrese Gibson and stuff like that. She did that level of signings. And she told me, she said, Joseph, it's so crazy. We really have to have steady watch on some of the, come in the bookstore and they'll have the piles of the main bestsellers in one of those round tables stacked up with a bunch of them in different formations. She's like, we really have to watch these books because people be out here snatching and grabbing books like they're jewelry or something. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, these fools be reselling books online because they don't care what it is. A thief don't give a damn what it is. All they care about is how much it go for. It's worth what? Oh, okay. And then they want it and they want to resell it. If they can get 200 off of something that was 100, they gonna do it. If they can get 500, they gonna do it. If they can get 1,000, look out! Now they packing guns when they come in for it. It's crazy. I said, damn. She said, seriously, they be stealing books, and I think I would personally say that, and the general decline of the community, unfortunately, over there on Camp Creek, how it started getting, is why that store had to close. They probably had too much issue of theft management and just said enough of it, man. We ain't making enough profit to stick around. Fuck it. And that killed the damn store. But it used to be one of the best bookstores in Atlanta. I say one of them, because there's been Atlanta has had some legendary, to get on one of my favorite topics about bookstores. Goodness, man. There's been some amazing bookstores in Atlanta. Anybody from Atlanta, ever been to Atlanta, know Atlanta, know what I'm talking about. Like, there used to be a thing, I think it was, oh gosh. Binders, the Hoarders books, I think. Borders was so big. It wasn't my favorite, but it was just impressive. Its layout. It was so freaking big. It was two. stories, and it was huge house. I love some high ceilings. Any kind of thing. I love high ceilings. That's my shit. This place you walked in and they had a damn escalator to get up to the second floor, and even when you got there, it was tall ceilings. You know, and it was like an open floor plan. You know, it wasn't a bunch of walls and stuff blocking stuff out. You could see across the store to the next area. It was very clear signage, so you knew what was what and where what. Beautiful store, incredible store. I used to love that place. Yeah, yeah, that was one. That was over across from Phipps Plaza. Yeah, y'all. That what I was just talking about, that just literally just gave me a new idea for some content. I need to do a video celebrating the history of cool spots in Atlanta. Just put it like that. I was about to say retail or stores, but as soon as I started doing that, my mind went beyond just retail stores. Started thinking about movie theaters that don't exist no more, arcades that don't exist no more. Like so much cool stuff in Atlanta that used to be here that's no longer here. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to do me a video about that because I think that's the good. I'm trying to get more creative. Not trying. I am getting more creative with my long videos. Y'all know how I do on my lives. This is one thing, but lives is one thing. If I mention something, I tell a story, but I'm not showing. Like when I was just telling that story about the Barnes and Noble and all that. Like I could make a video about that. You know what I'm saying? I could make a whole video. I got photos still of that day, of that moment, and another moment even to just show what we used to do, you know, and what we've done. Because people need to know the history of my organization. I think a lot of people, you know, the closer we get to monetization on this, I don't think a lot of y'all have a clue what ONYXCON really is and has been, you know, and could be again, you know. Because I have, man, I be holding back on saying some of my biggest dreams because they always say, don't tell nobody your dreams if you, unless you want them to come true. And I agree with the theory, but I'm also of the philosophy that no one can block your blessings. What's meant for you is gonna happen. Ain't no devilish motherfucker with all they hate and pettiness. What you don't do, I think the real lesson is just don't listen to people when they react. Like you could tell people, I'm gonna say that again since somebody just joined. I say the phrases people always say, oh, don't tell nobody your dreams if you don't want them to come true. I don't agree with that fully. I know the intent of the statement. It's basically saying people could be so negative that they try to be dream killers. No one can kill your dreams but you. You know what I mean? Like, do you really know what I mean? Like, if you lose motivation to do something you really wanted to do, and you blame it on your reaction to someone else's negativity, you just said it. It was them. They're the real reason that you got to that point, but that don't mean you need to do that. You can't give up on yourself, even if it means keeping family and friends away from you long enough for you to accomplish whatever that thing is. Because sometimes even family and friends, man, people have their own agendas and their own outlook on everything, and they want you to be in their vision. Like you, in their mind, they don't look at you like the individual you are. They look at you as a character in their life, and they just want you to do what, man, I'm getting deep right now. This is heavy. I hope y'all listening. And they just want you to do what they expect that character to do based on the things they like about you. I like when so and so does this, or I wish he or she would always do this because that would fit what I want them to do for me. Yeah, yeah, but what the fuck that got to do with that person's individual character, who they are every day when they wake up? We all are individuals. Don't ever forget that. Don't let nobody, don't become a character in somebody else's life. Be yourself. And if you affect their life, you affect it. But that's it. We just affect each other. No one else is in my life is my little minions and whatever. No, it's like, no, I jokingly say people will be characters in my movie someday about my life, but they really are individuals. They're not my characters. They have their own character. We're all individuals. So nobody's just like some little character in your game, your show, your movie, your monologue. It's not like that. But a lot of people do look at it like that, which is the only reason why that statement has some weight. That you tell your dreams to some people, they're gonna try and dream steal, dream kill, dream everything because they shallow as fuck. They mad that you are doing so much more than they could ever just begin to do the necessary steps to accomplish. So they get frustrated with that, or they want to make you feel like, you know, they might know how to do something that's part of the process of what you want to do, and they know how to do that thing well, better than you do. And they want to make you feel like, well, you know, I know you can't do that, so you'll never accomplish that thing because you don't know this. You're like, well, shit, if you were any kind of real friend, you'd be the person who would do that for me. But you learn that too. You know, you have a friend who is a heart surgeon, but shit, you need a heart. That don't necessarily mean that friend go. Like I used to think, yeah, if this ever happens, that'll be the friend that'll help with that. No, not necessarily. Nope. Nope. Like you can't even think that way. It's for many reasons layered. You know, sometimes people might act like they run their life and they're in control of how they do whatever they do well. They don't have no control. They work for somebody else. You know, like if your friend is a heart surgeon, yeah, but he's under license of this board and that board as a medical practitioner. He works for this hospital. If you had an emergency and you said, take me to that hospital where your insurance can't be used at that hospital, he's not going to just come to wherever they put you and be able to work on you. Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all these other things that we don't like to consider sometimes emotionally because we just want to think everything's going to fall the way we want it to fall in our mind. I've learned and I'm learning and I know more and more that ain't no way to live. You'll drive yourself crazy and you'll constantly be disappointed because you're going into everything with these high expectations. Like they say, have less expectations and just deal with the variables. Whatever life presents you, work with the cards you get in that game. That's what we in. We in this season. This is what I got. Okay, let's run these books. Let's win this game. You know, if you lose, you look. Whatever you learn, shit. You ain't gonna win them all. Period. You know, and it don't matter. It don't matter how many times you lose. If you're still alive, you just getting better. So when your win does come, oh boy, you about to kick ace. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that video, man. And I got an idea, like I said, a huge idea that I might incorporate into that video. I might make it like people, like I always say, people don't have no attention span no more, so they're not gonna watch nothing long. But hell, if the thing is 10 minutes, if I started off by saying, look, y'all, I got a very special message at the end of this video, but you're only gonna understand it. So if you skip forward, you really ain't gonna understand it unless you watch the video. So I need you to watch the whole video. And at the end, I'm gonna drop some things on y'all that I wanna do. And if y'all wanna be a part of that, it starts with you being a subscriber, liking this